Hi everybody. Okay, I am just getting set up real quick here. So I'm gonna let a few people come on. Sorry, I got my fan going. So you're like, what is happening? Today we are going to, it's Tuesday training, and today we're gonna talk about the importance of happy mail in your business. I think it is something that is absolutely required. Um, and maybe not exactly what I'm going to be showing you today, but in some shape or form, you need to be communicating with your customers. So this is what I'm going to show you today is what I do, and to give you an example, and hopefully it will inspire you to kind of think about how you can work this into your business. If you are not already, and if you are already doing some version of this, maybe you can grab some ideas and such, so that way, yeah, we can kind of go at it and just really dig in. So I am getting set up because, again, it's Tuesday training, and I actually go live in my Facebook support page for my downline. So let me go ahead and get this pulled up. And okay. All right, guys. There we go. 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 Okay. I think we're good there. I think we're good there. All right. Just waiting on Facebook. There we go. Okay. Um, hey everybody. We are live here. We're also live on YouTube. So yet again, Jacqui's just trying to, you know, get the most out of my day, right? So I have to spend a whole lot of time editing and reviewing and things like that. So we're gonna get started. We are just a few minutes early. So before I jump in, I'm gonna let some people hop on. I'm gonna grab some fun stuff because I wanna actually walk you through exactly what I'm doing. So let's do that. I'm just grabbing a few things. Oh, da, 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 da. There we go. All right. Just gonna pull this stuff over here. Exciting. Pull that over. Okay. All right, guys. Give it just another second here, see if anybody else pops on before we dive in. It's exciting, you guys. Yesterday we had our Guardians of the Galaxy release, and we started the new queue process for these new releases. So very exciting. I don't know if you guys had orders to put in. I know I personally did, and I will tell you that it was a very smooth process, smooth like Skippy. So it was fantastic the way that it worked because yeah, it just went really, really smooth, to the fact of normally when we have like a big release of something, right, like everybody's trying to get on at the exact same time, and it just bogs down the servers and we break the internet, right? And that's not fun for anybody. And yeah, it's not fun. So being able to find a different way to do things and change perspective is something that we definitely want to emulate in all aspects of our business. Hey, Miss Kimber. All right. I think we're about good here. Let me just see if I've got any notes I wanted to pull up. I got a quick shout out for Kylie. She just joined less than 15 days ago and already got shooting star, and she is like less than $50 away from promoting to certified, all within her first 15 days. I mean, amazing. It's like rockstar status. So awesome. Hey, Miss Vicky. How are you, my dear? All right. Let's go ahead and get started here. I was just pulling this up to see if I had any notes. I mean, obviously, it's not too complicated, but hey, Amber. And those of you just popping on, I am live on YouTube too. So if I look over there, YouTube, if I look over there, so hello. You know, again, I got stuff to do today. So what I'm trying to do is keep myself from having to edit and upload a video later and get this content out to all of you. All right, so welcome to Tuesday training. Like I said, and if you got it from the title, today we are talking about happy mail and customer care and why it is so important for your business. So customer care, the definition of that for me is serving your customers and being authentically you. Sounds pretty simple and to the point, right? Because it is. And I don't know about you guys, but I think the concept of happy mail is something that really, really is just one of those things that it's like, oh, that really makes that big of a difference? Yes, it does. Let me just say, it does. If you're looking at it from a customer care perspective, right? It's more or less really the difference between having a customer order from you and having that customer come back and order again from you. Okay, does that make sense? Anybody else ever had a customer who ordered one time and then you never heard or saw from them again? Lots of times, right? Right. Now, that doesn't mean that maybe I didn't follow up or I didn't, say thank you, send a thank you, what have you. And I'll be the first one to tell you that, yeah, there are times in my business and throughout my journey where and I'm humble enough to say this, right? I sucked at getting that customer care piece in, right? Either, not necessarily that I was like, you can be good or bad at what you send. It's just really being able to stay consistent and stay on top of getting those done. Follow up is, I mean, you've of course probably heard the phrase follow up is key, right? It really is. Follow up and customer care are truly, like I said, the things that are going to make or break your business, because that is really going to get those customers to be loyal to you and your business. It's a pretty fair shot to probably sit here and say that you are not, I know it's hard to believe, you are not the only person they know who is a Scentsy consultant. So what it all boils down to is, why do they want to buy from you rather than someone else? Good morning. Rather than someone else, right? What makes that difference? What makes you different than the other Scentsy consultant? Excellent, Jen, sending your first happy mail last week. Excellent. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. It really does make a difference. And like I said, even outside of the chaos that this world is going through, right, with pandemic and everything else, right? Hey there, Margie, and everything else. But the simple fact of the matter is, who couldn't use a bright smile at some point, right? We all could, right? We all could use that. And if you're able to give that to your customers, it's just a really great way to be able to do it. So I think in our business, we are truly able to set the standard for what our customers want to be able to expect from us as their chosen Scentsy consultant, right? We want to be the person that they think of, that they recommend us to their friends, to their family, to their coworkers or whatever, right? When they're talking to other people, they're like, my goodness, you have got to check out my consultant because they are amazing, right? They're either helping me by offering pre-orders so I don't have to get up at 2 a.m. and place that order for all those amazing harvest products that I really want to get, right? Or they always make it a point to reach out and say thank you. They always make it a point to just bring a smile to my face when they send me just something in the mail that's so cool, right? I can tell you that I spend a lot of money with the bigger retailers, right? Like Target, Amazon, Hobby Lobby. There's lots of places where you go that you go there because you love the products that they have, so you continue to go and go and go, right? Or it's a great experience, right? Maybe it was easy. Maybe it didn't, like the lines are never too long, or, they always have things in stock, right? Or they're always there to help you if you're looking for something but just aren't sure what you need or where it is, right? But then there's the customer service piece and all of this. And oh, fantastic, Amanda. Yes, you're going to increase after this today. The fact of the matter is that customer service really plays a big role in why we make the decisions to go back to or to order from again the same business or company, right? I can tell you that when I go to my favorite red store, Target, right, that if I'm looking for something, there's a lot of different ways I can do it. Their store is set up very well. Things are organized. I can go find an associate. They will, maybe it's something that I've bought and I can't find the price. And maybe I went to the little self-price thingy and it still wouldn't pull up, right? I've had experiences where I've had that happen and I've tracked down an associate, or an associate just reached out to me as I was walking to the store. Is there anything I could help you with? How are you today, right? Makes a difference in my shopping experience. Now, does Target send me a thank you in the mail? Actually, they do. They really make a difference by following up with their customer surveys. And yes, it's a survey, right? And when you get those, a lot of times you may just blow them off and like, I'm not doing the whole survey thing, right? But the whole point of why they do those surveys is so they're trying to figure out what did they do well and how can they duplicate that, or what didn't go so well and what do they maybe need to fix or work on, or maybe think of trying it from a new perspective, right? Surveys can be a really great tool if you are working with your customers, or maybe you've had customers for a while, right? Customers who continuously order time and time again. Those are customers that hopefully you've built some type of a relationship with, because that's probably one of the reasons they're coming back to you. But on the flip side of that is the simple fact of they know that they can trust you, or you have made it a point to say thank you or brighten their day or really give them a great experience. But these are the people who, if you are maybe finding yourself in a slump, why is it that, I can't just seem to get, I've just had these random orders lately and I can't seem to get people to reorder from me right now. What is going on? Those customers that, again, have been repeat customers or have been customers for a long time, those are the people, and let me just stop for a moment and say, people love to give their opinion on things. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at like Twitter or Facebook or things like that, right? You will see people's opinions everywhere. everybody has an opinion on something, right? And everybody likes to chime in with their opinion, right? If, like, I see a post on Facebook where it's somebody went to McDonald's and let's say they had a horrible customer service experience, right? They ordered a hamburger and they got a cheeseburger with pickles, and they'd ordered fries, but instead they got apple slices, right? And they're just on Facebook and they're like, oh my goodness, that darn McDonald's, they screw up my order every single time. Then what happens? Other people jump on. They're like, oh, they did that to me too the last time we went, right? Everybody starts jumping in with their opinion. The same thing can happen if you're also sharing, hopefully, a good experience, right? Or other people are going to look at your experience and be like, oh my goodness, I mean, I would like my house to smell good too. How great was, she's talking about how her consultant, you know, took care of everything, and look how they delivered it. They dropped it off and it was all wrapped up so pretty. Or, oh my goodness, look what she got in the mail as a thank you. Wow. That really stands out, and you're setting the bar. But those customers who do that for you, those are the people that you want to really tap into and reach out to if you find yourself in the position of, I don't know what's going on, I don't know why they're not reordering from me, or when I reach out to my customers, like it's crickets right now, right? Don't worry, Jen, I will get to that question for you. So reach out to those customers, and if it maybe means creating a quick survey on a Google form or using Jot form, right? You can use one of those two guys, or even Survey Monkey, I think is the other one. Yeah, Survey Monkey, that you can go on, and they can even be anonymous, right? But it's really just a way to be able to get an actual feedback, right? Of simply asking, what made you choose me as your Scentsy consultant? What was it about your experience that you loved the best? What do I do that you absolutely love? Right? Things like that. You can kind of tweak your wording. You can kind of figure out different ways to say things. Hey, Myra. Hey, Lisa. We can figure out ways to do all of that. Exactly. Kimber makes an excellent point. So going the extra mile to say, I appreciate you, makes a huge difference. How often do people get a handwritten thank you note? Not very often. And that is very true, right? It's very true. Now, it doesn't necessarily even have to be handwritten, but even just a thank you, whether it's an email, a text, sent in the mail through a card, right? That really makes a difference. I don't know about you guys, but it totally does for me. I have a love and maybe an obsession of ordering graphic t-shirts. Case in point, I'm wearing one right now, right? I love them. Okay, I work from home, so you know, this is like my uniform. This is like my uniform, right? Like back in the day when I worked for corporate America and I was working in the office all the time, right? What did I buy? I bought like shirts that were very plain. We couldn't have sayings on them, right? I worked in a very corporate environment, so no words could ever be on a shirt. You know, we had to dress in business casual, right? So always either slacks or hose, things like that, right? So, and so, now that I get to work from home, right, I get to choose my own wardrobe, and you know, I just love graphic tees. Anyway, I have a seller that I found when I was originally looking for some new fun and cute, right, shirts. And I found the seller on eBay, or eBay, oh my goodness. I don't even know the last time I shopped for eBay, let's just say that. Anyway, on Etsy. And the very first shirt that I got, it came in, you know, just a regular mailer, right? But on the inside, the t-shirt is wrapped with tissue paper and there's string around it. And then right in the middle of the string is, and I wish I had it over here, but there's just a little card, and it's actually just printed on regular paper. I thought I might have one right here, but I don't. It's just printed on regular paper, and it just says, thank you so much for your order. I'd love it if you shared your experience. Tag us on Facebook. Here's our Instagram, right? And then right in the middle is just this little faux flower, right? That's it. Just stuck in right on top of the thank you after it's all wrapped in tissue paper. Now, some of you might be thinking, so? I'm thinking, oh my goodness, right? Like, this person not only is, running their own business, but they're taking the time to wrap, right? They could just put my t-shirt in a mailer. Like, I get a lot of t-shirts. I got this particular one just in a regular mailer. No thank you, no nothing. Just this folded in an envelope, right? In a poly mailer. That was it. Now, did I get an email saying thank you for your order? I did when I originally ordered. But did I get a follow-up and say, oh my gosh, how are you liking your shirt? Did everything come okay? Is it sized right or whatever, right? So when I look at those two different experiences and I see the one person who's taken maybe an extra 5 minutes and just wrapped my shirt in tissue paper, tied on a ribbon, put a little, literally a printed out piece of paper that says thank you, we appreciate your business, and just this little flower, it makes the difference between looking at that order and looking at the one that just came in the envelope all by itself. A big difference, right? Who am I more likely to order from next time I want a shirt? My flower girl. Okay, that's what I actually call her, my flower girl. And I save all of her flowers. Look, I save all of her flowers. Why? Because it reminds me, this is my personal visual reminder of, I want my customers to get to the point of, they're like, this is why I order with her, right? I want them to be excited. Amy's an excellent way to do follow-up, and it totally helps you. It keeps you on track. Thank you, Roxana. Oh, Vicky, yes. I mean, excellent. The customer service is just fantastic. And then when I do tag her in my Instagram story or feed or whatever, right, or on my Facebook, right, what does she do? She usually likes my comment, says thank you again, or again. She doesn't have to, right? But she takes the time to, again, follow up with me, send me a message, make sure that I like my order. I mean, it's just like, duh. Why would I not? In order to really have effective customer care and customer service and have that loyalty with your customers and have them pick you over somebody else every single time they want Scentsy, you have to plan, craft, and be intentional with how you are saying thank you and how you are following up with them. You have to be intentional about it, okay? You need your customers to feel like their business, oh, thank you, that their business means a lot to you, right? That you have to let them know that they are special and that you are very thankful that they're ordering from you and supporting your business. You need to really also, when it comes into this, and this may be part of maybe thinking of using a survey type of thing, right? With either Google Form or Jot Form or SurveyMonkey, right? But do your homework and don't self-sabotage. So you need to figure out, how do they like to communicate? Because even with Amy, if, oh, I'll answer that for you as well, Miss Leslie. I will get to that. And so even if you're doing the Amy follow-up system, right? It's an app that we can use with Scentsy, and other direct sales can use it as well. But, it tells you when to follow up. You can set things up. It will plot everything out for you. You can put in your templates. whole 9 yards, right? But you have to be able to really do your homework and figure out, does your customer like their follow-up to be in a phone call? Do they like it in a text? Do they like it in an email? And if you're texting or calling, do they work during the day? Do they work maybe overnight? Those little things, when you're thinking about your customer, are important to your customer. Why? Because is anybody else like in the middle of their workday and somebody just texts them and texts them and texts them, and you're like, for real, I am in the middle of a meeting. Can you please text me later, right? Been a victim of that. Or if you work overnight, maybe you sleep during the day and somebody's calling you and their intentions are great, right? To say thank you so much. But to the customer who's sleeping during the day because they just worked a whole shift overnight and they're extremely tired, they're like, they're always calling me at like 9 in the morning. I mean, that's great and all, but can a girl get some sleep? So do your homework. Take notes on your customers. And in the Amy app, you can do that as well. So there's a place for that. But in your follow-up system, whether it's a planner, whether it's writing it down on a piece of paper, whether it's using a log type of paper or form, or if you're doing it digitally, whatever, right? You can actually make those notes. So that way you can remind yourself, right? Do not like phone calls, only text, right? So when you're following up, what are you going to do? You're going to text. Or if they work overnight, you're going to be like, works overnight, text later on in the day or call later on in the day, right? Oh, Trina, your cups that you do, no, those are great as well. I think you could totally do that with your Happy Mail, depending on how much it's going to actually cost to mail those. You might want to weigh that. Like, is it really cost effective to be doing that? Because I never want anybody to spend more on their business than they really need to, right? You want to be able to find that great Goldilocks zone of, it costs enough to where, yes, it's worth my time and effort and it makes a difference with my customers, but not so much that it costs so much that I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm spending so much every single month just saying thank you, right? We're not trying to break the bank, but at the same time, we want to stand out, right? And so there may be times that you kind of have to weigh that. Now, if those are customers that you can physically deliver to, like they're local to you, then by all means, then mail doesn't really, need to be mail. It can be, oh, I did a porch drop off with some happy mail, right? Or a thank you, whatever you want to call it at that point, right? Or I dropped it off when I dropped off their order or whatever. I was in the neighborhood, thought I'd do a surprise porch drop. I like to do those with my customers who are local every so often. So that's something to think about. You want to avoid the obvious. So try and, get inspiration, but you really, again, you want to make this more personal and authentically you in all of this, right? You can use the same ideas, but really find a way to make it you. And you have to remember that if you're going to use the same things time and time again, for everybody who orders, you do want to make a difference when you thank them next time, right? Or maybe send them happy mail next time. Again, this is where the notes feature could really come in handy if you're using Amy, or even if you're writing it down in a binder or planner or whatever, right? Make yourself a note. I sent them counter clean sample and laundry samples and the harvest brochure and this month's special flyer and a catalog, right? So when they order from you again in maybe 3 weeks, because maybe something else came out, like the whole Rocket and Groot, right? Great question. I will answer that for you. Yes. So you want to be able to mix it up, right? So for next time, I'm like, well, you know, I'm making up all my thank you bags, what have you, right? Maybe you do a bulk or a batch of Happy Mails that you're getting ready to send out, right? But again, mix it up. Don't use the same exact thing time after time after time after time, unless it's something just very simple, again, like the flower and the thank you, right? Like that is something that you can duplicate, right? But she can't necessarily send me samples of her t-shirts. Now, with Scentsy, completely different, right? We can send samples of different things. We have lots of different things that we can send. But if you send them the same exact packet every single time, they're going to start to feel like it's not personal. They're going to get the feeling that, oh, that's the same thing. Yeah, it's great. Yay. But she sends the same thing to me every month. How many samples of laundry do I need to have? Right? Right. So you want to be able to change it up, create it in a way that it's continuously fun, okay? That it's continuously going different ways. And then you need to look for moments that will also stand out to your customers. So looking for those moments, maybe they have just celebrated a wedding anniversary, or maybe they just had a new baby, or perhaps they just bought a new home and they're just moving into their home, right? So when you're doing your follow-up that time or after their next order, what have you, then you can maybe throw a note in. I like to just jot down even on just my little notepad, right? So I just jot it down. I just handwrite a short, quick little note, throw it in there. But one thing that you can do too is to, again, you're building relationships with your customers, right? So when you're building those relationships, a really great thing is to make that a surprise. So maybe it is one of your customers and you follow them on Facebook or Instagram and you're friends or what have you, right? You like each other's posts back and forth. But you notice that maybe they're moving into a new home, but they haven't ordered from you, which I would assume would probably be normal, right? Because they're crazy busy packing and buying a new home, right? And moving. That's always a fun time. But wouldn't it be really, really great if you were to surprise them with Happy Mail that wasn't just because they purchased from you, but Happy Mail that is just saying, congratulations on moving into your new home. And maybe you add in, I don't know, a scent pack even, right? Throw in a scent pack. You know, here's a fresh new scent pack to hang in your new linen closet. I hope everything goes well with your move, right? So just something that can surprise them for that time in their life, that is something that you can celebrate with them. And maximizing what you have and digging a little bit deeper. So how can you take what you've always done and make it different? It kind of goes along those same lines, right? Again, not duplicating the same exact Happy Mail packet every single month to the same people, right? Mix it up a little bit. We've got themes and seasons and stuff like that happen all year round, right? So play into that and use that as a theme to kind of guide you when you're doing your Happy Mail. So when we really break it down, again, it's just really truly giving them a reason to buy from you specifically, to buy from you again, to bring a smile to their face. And it's just another way, again, of shifting the perspective to how can I serve my customers? And customer care really is a big piece of that. All right, so let me show you an example. And I actually just have everything here because I just did a batch mailing yesterday of thank you mail. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you probably saw a picture of what I'm doing, but I'm actually going to show you exactly what I'm doing. And I'm just going to share very quickly for Leslie. So the bags that I personally am using currently are these. They're like holographic bags. So they're like holograph on the back, and it is solid on the back. But then on the front, right, you open it up and it's see-through on the front. Okay, I like this simply because it just looks fun all by itself, right? It looks fun. I love things that look fun. But I usually will look for mailers that are clear. And the reason for that is because, I just dropped another one. The reason for that, this is another pack. It's from Amazon. It's called Packet Chic. Packet Chic, C-H-I-C. Packet Chic. They come in all different sizes. I usually use a 5x7 or a 4x6 size. Because that usually will fit any kind of postcard or card or anything like that I'm sending out. But I like it to be clear because, again, you want people to see it. You want people to immediately go to their mailbox, pull everything out of the mailbox, and see this. Oh my goodness! Instantly they're happy. Instantly they're smiling. And I guarantee you that even the mail carrier's like, oh, that's so cool, right? That's going to make a difference. Okay, it is. Building relationships is more important, yes, and carries a bigger impact on chasing a sale. That is exactly right. We are in the relationship building business. We are here to stand out. We are here to make a difference. We are here to serve our customers because, hello, most of us here, right? If you're watching this, then most of us are doing this to better ourselves or our family or our families, right? Financially, and to be able to give us the freedom to work from home, build our life by design, right? Do the things that we want to do, but still have that income coming in, right? I mean, those of us who do this as like their full-time business or side business or part-time job, whatever it is, right? That makes a big difference. And we want them to understand that is why I do this, but I do this because you're also supporting my family, right? You're supporting my family. Quick question. If they haven't purchased, where did it go? Okay, there it goes. If they haven't purchased yet, could I just give away something nice to them along with some samples? Like you said, maybe they just got married, or of course. That would kind of fall into that category of kind of like a just because, right? I think that it's really, really neat that if you have their contact information, you've gotten it either because maybe they've visited your website or they've signed up for your newsletter and they get your newsletter every month, or they followed you on Instagram and they're like, oh, I'd really love, a sample of that, whatever, here's my information. Now they're kind of in your world of, follow-up or samples or potential customer, team member, what have you, right? So by all means, yes, totally. Now, again, I never want anybody to break the bank, so don't think that you got to do that for every single person. But yeah, by all means, if you're building a relationship or want to build a relationship, then that's totally something you want to do. Amanda, do you know the dimensions of those bags? I've actually been looking for them on Amazon, but I'm worried I'll order them too small. Well, let me just share with you. Oops. These bags I absolutely love. And I love them so much that, yes, I get them on Amazon. And you can too, just search smell-proof bags. I don't know if you can see this. I have every size. Simply because I honestly use them for a lot of different things in my business. The smaller ones, I don't know if that's necessarily 2x3. It might be, but it might be a little bit bigger than 2x3. This size is it the smallest size? Is there one that's just a little bit, there might even be another one that's just a little bit smaller, or maybe I'm just out of that size. But this size, the smaller ones, are actually what I use for my Scentsy soak samples. So I use these for samples, right? This is a smell proof bag. So if you're searching Amazon, just search smell proof bags. You'll see these, they stand out. Yeah, you get different sizes too. Yes, I mean, I use all the sizes, honestly. This is a little bit bigger, so again, maybe I'm throwing in maybe a different sample. Maybe I just want to mail out my business card and maybe a bingo card. Maybe I'm doing a bingo party or a bingo night, and maybe I just need to send them something, right? I certainly will, Roxana. I will link those for you. And so this is my addiction, totally. But maybe I just want to send something a little bit smaller. I can mail this as is, right? Felt samples, wax samples, soak samples. Yes, exactly. Then I've got another size, right? A little bit bigger. Even again, these might be 4x6 size, honestly. Again, if I want to send a business card, if I want to send a postcard, but maybe I also want to add some glitter in there or some confetti or what have you, right? It's a little bit bigger, but again, I can put a label on it or I can put a stamp on it and I can get it in the mail. That size, that's the same one. This one is, oh, I still have the thing on this. This one is the 7x9 size. So this one's, again, a little bit bigger. So again, maybe for something that you're mailing that is just a little bit bigger, right? Like, I don't think the catalogs will fit in here, but you could fold up a product list. You'll see I started to use this and realized it was just a little too small because it's got a yay, your party pack is here sticker. So those are for my Facebook parties. So those stickers are. And then the big guys, the 8x10s. The 8x10s are the ones that I use for when a customer has ordered. Because in the 8x10s, the reason for this is that I'm gonna send, this is like my top of the line, so to speak, Happy Mail. Okay, so this is the one that I'm gonna spend a little bit more money on to actually mail out. And if it's a brand new customer or they haven't yet purchased from me, something like that, right? If I did that for every single person, because these run me anywhere from like $2.70 to like $3.20, depending on how heavy I make them, right? So if it's heavier, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. So if you even figure like $30.50 for every single person, that gets expensive, right? I'm not trying to break my bank. I'm not trying to do that. What I am trying to do is make an impact without breaking the bank. So if they've ordered from me, that's why they're going to get like the bigger thank you. If they haven't yet ordered from me, that may be when I send out like a 4x6, or I use just that clear mailer with my thank you and maybe a felt sample in there, what have you, right? And just send that out in the mail. That's great. So I'm just going to walk you through what I put in my Happy Mails. So again, postage here in the US, and I would assume Canada as well, but Amanda will correct me if I'm wrong. It goes by the weight and then by the size, okay? Or what kind of packaging. Are you sending a box? Are you sending like a letter or a package, right? So to keep it light in my thank yous, because what I have done for all my customers is send them a link to my digital catalog. And I do like my initial catalog mail outs when we first change the catalog. But after that, unless they're hosting a party, they're gonna get a product list from me, okay? So I take my product list, I just fold it directly in half. And then what I do is I have stickers that I just printed up using Avery.com. So you can buy your Avery labels anywhere, really. Oh yeah, see? Yes, different packages, different envelopes. They can definitely be fun. And you're right, yeah, you're gonna get something that's definitely very, very different and stand out from the crowd. That's the whole point, right? So if you go to, or if you go to Walmart, if you go to Target, if you go wherever, if you go on Amazon, look for Avery labels, Avery, and then when you buy your labels, every label has a number. This one is 22877. These are my 1 inch, 2 inch round labels. And what I've done with these labels, it just says my name and it says ready to shop, open camera and scan. This is what my 2 inch round labels look like. So just go to avery.com and I put this in. It's very easy, it's free. Make a template and then you just stick your sticker paper in your printer. Ba-bam, there it is, it's printed. And you'll see Jacqui does this often, right? I usually sometimes will stick my stickers in the wrong way, so you'll see it printed on the back side, so I had to flip it over and print it again to get it to print on the actual sticker side. So if you've ever had that issue, I can tell you I do that a lot. So yeah, Canada, excellent. So pretty much by weight. Excellent. Weight and thickness is really what it goes by. All right, so what I do is I stick that just in the lower corner there, okay? Again, I want to make it as easy as possible for my customers to reorder. What's easier than picking up your cell phone and opening your camera? I'll see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this. You open your camera, okay? Try it, okay. And hold it over that. See how it does that? It popped up the link. All I have to do is click that. You see that? Oh. It's automatically reading it. I've just got an iPhone. It's something special, right? And then I click that link. Where's it going to go? Where's it going to take them? Directly to my website. Look at how easy that was. They didn't have to type it in. They didn't go, how do you spell melting pot, right? That's my website. So I try and make it as easy as possible. Good, I'm not alone. I'm not alone in printing. I use my product list, again, Kimber, I use product lists after, if it's a new customer, okay, they get a product list automatically. But I use the product list for basically all of my mailings to my customers or to potential customers, or when I'm sending just a sample to somebody who's maybe requested one. And I really save my catalogs for my hosts and my Facebook parties. Because with the Facebook parties, mine kind of look the same way. Because my Facebook party packs are kind of done the same manner, but they actually get a catalog. So I usually save my catalogs for that. How do you get the scan bar? You can use your Google machine and Google QR code. Just QR code. And there are lots of different websites that will just, all you have to do is enter in your website and boom, it will generate your QR code. And then I just save that as an image on my camera roll. And then when I'm on avery.com and I type in my sticker size, and then you can add an image from your camera roll, and I click add image and I pull over that little square and boom, that's how I get it on there. So they get this. Like I said, everybody gets this unless they're a host or partying with me on Facebook, then they get a catalog, okay? So I've got that in there. What then I will also do is right now we have our monthly special. So I got my monthly special flyer. I subscribe to the scent and warmer. Well, I actually subscribe to the warmer of the month, but if you just do scent of the month, then you have all these supplies, right? This comes in your kit. You already have your flyers. And then I take a rub and sniff sticker. I haven't done felt samples of this yet, but of course, if you've done some felt samples or if you want to do wax samples, you could as well. But I just stick the sticker on there so they can get a scent of that. In order to fit in the envelope, I just have to fold over just the bottom, just a little bit. Okay, so that guy will go right in there. There you go. Oh, Avery, aha, there's another tip. Avery.com, you can also get your QR code made for you. So there you go. There you go. I like that. I did not know that. I'm going to do that though. Next time I go on there. I have the Harvest Collection brochures that I'm currently sending out in Happy Mail, right? That's what's happening. When we get closer to the holiday season, hello, I'm going to be getting those brochures. Those will go in differently, right? All right. So that will go in there as well. So now they've got those flyers. Something fun, because again, I like to go with a theme. So, hi dollar store. Anybody recognize this tag from the dollar spot at Target, right? Or go to your local dollar store, whatever. Find some little fun things. These are actually just little erasers. And they came in like this huge pack of like 100 or something. They're these little erasers. And there's just 2 different ones. And they're like a little skull and a little tombstone that says trick or treat. Okay, so right now, you know, hi, we're coming up on Halloween and Dia de los Muertos, so I want to throw in some little stuff there. Okay, so I just kind of put those in the bottom. Those are going in the bottom there. And then I want to throw in some samples, right? Because the whole point, we want samples. So I use the pre-made lotion samples from the Scentsy Success store. So I just order these off Scentsy Success. Okay, again, because it's flat, I can stick it in there. And then I made up some of the brand new Cozy Cardigan Scent Soak samples. Okay, so all I do is I take, again, that's the same bags. That's why I get all the sizes, right? But I take that bag, again, this is just an Avery.com label, right? Avery. Oh, a fall theme. Yes, that's perfect. That's actually what I'm going for in September. Excellent, Leanne. That's perfect, right? Use the seasons to help inspire you. And on this label, it just says Relax on Me, Scentsy Soak Sample, and it says Cozy Cardigan, because that's what these are. Pour all contents into bath, soak and enjoy. XOXO Jacqui, and scan me to order. And this QR code, what I did with this one is I actually went to on my PWS on my website, and I went to the Scentsy Soak page, and it just, so when they scan this, it will take them directly to all the Scentsy Soaks that are currently available. Again, trying to make it easy. I want them to open this and be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Scentsy Soak. And then hopefully if they scan this one and they look at it and they'll see all the different scents that are currently available, right? So be intentional. Be intentional. Okay, so I just slide that in there. Again, it's still somewhat flat, so it fits perfectly in here. Okay, all right, so we got that. And then I always will add in some type of candy. Currently, Jacqui has been going with, because it's hot, Pixie Sticks. Get these at the grocery store, the dollar store. You can order them on Amazon too. My grocery store sells these bags. I grab them every time I go to the grocery store. How many times a week am I at the grocery store, okay? And so I just slide some Pixie Sticks in because I don't know about you guys, but I love a little candy in a Happy Mail thing, okay? My business card goes in as well. Even if they're not a new customer, I still always throw in a business card because hopefully they keep it, or if maybe they've lost the last one I sent them, what have you, right? I still want my business card in there. I currently am working on redoing another thing that I normally add into my Happy Mail is a little like 4x6 postcard with my story on it, and that's just my Scentsy story. Now, usually I will print those out, but I'm actually waiting on cardstock from Amazon to arrive. And so as soon as my cardstock gets in, because I like to put those on cardstock so they stand out a little bit different, but you could totally print it on regular paper. And then I throw that in there as well. All right, so that's basically the goods, okay? So now that I've got my goods, now comes the fun. Okay. Hi, have you met me? I like confetti. I like buying the big round confetti. So I throw that in there, kind of just all within, yeah, all the way around. And then I also add in, this is the Fiesta confetti that you can get on Amazon. It's this big old 2-pound bag of Fiesta confetti, and it's just basically little dots. And so I throw that in there. That is a bag you do not want to spill. How much time do I spend on Happy Mail? Well, you see how long it's taken me just to do this? Honestly, that's why I normally do it in batches, and I just did a big batch yesterday, and it took me about an hour-ish, yeah, to just put it all together. But I like to do these in bulk. That way I have them and they're ready to go. I don't have to make them on the go. So take a little bit of time, like maybe one time a month, and make up like 10 to 15, and then they're ready to go. All you have to do is then just slap, you got your mail from me yesterday, yay! Lots of confetti, right? Now, the whole time this is going through the mail, what's happening, right? It's all getting shaken up, everything's going everywhere, but that's okay, because the fun is in the shakeable stuff, right? Everybody who's looking at this, touching this, seeing this, oh my God, look at that. This is what makes them happy, okay? Then what I like to do is I like to put some stickers on the outside. And where's my other stickers? Oh, where did those guys go? There they are. I printed some of these out yesterday too. Happy Mail. It just says Happy Mail. Do I use an inkjet printer? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And in fact, it's probably getting close in time for me to order some new ink. Probably. I don't know. My ink lasts a while. All right. So then I take a sticker that just says Happy Mail. Boop. Right on the front. I take this one, again, just another Avery label that says new catalog alert. Welcome to the new catalog. Open your phone camera and scan to go directly to my website. Hello. My phone number, my name, and my email. I stick this on the front. Now, you don't have to stick that on the front. You don't have to do anything like that, but I do. Because again, I'm just trying to make it look good. Then I get some really cute stickers from a store on Etsy. You can look on Etsy and do a search. These just say, thank you for supporting my small business. I want them to remember I'm a small business owner, right? You're supporting a family here. And I stick that on the front, okay? So look at how cute and happy that looks already, just with some stickers on the front. You can add more, you can add less, do whatever you need to do. Then you can do one of two things. We want to seal this because we don't want anybody just randomly opening it, right? You can just take clear packing tape, that's what I do, and just go along the top. Or if you have a heat sealer, you can use your heat sealer. Or if you don't have that, hello, use what you have at home, people. If you have a flat iron, then take your flat iron and just boop, 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 boop along the top, and that will actually seal it on top. And then on these bags, I don't know if you can tell, but there is a little edge that they can use to tear off the top and then open the zipper, right? So they aren't damaging anything inside. But the last batch that I sent out yesterday, I didn't even want to get my heat or my flat iron out, and I just used clear packing tape and just clear packing tape all along the top. And then I go to pirateship.com and I actually print out my labels. You put in your customer info, and then you print your labels, and it will actually give you a packing slip. Again, you can get those to print on like a Dymo printer, D-Y-M-O, a Dymo printer. Those are really great because they don't use ink and they fit perfectly on those stickers, right? But I don't have one of those, so honestly, I just use my inkjet printer, and I go through, and what I do is print it out and then cut just the label out, clear tape it on the back, and this is literally how it goes out of my house. This is how it goes out. So that's how I do my Happy Mail. So that took me, what, I don't know, well, I was explaining to you, so I don't know, 5-7 minutes, I don't know, to make up one of those. Again, I like to do these in batches, so I usually will spend some time and make up a batch of these and just have them sitting over here ready to go. So that way, when someone has ordered, boom, all I have to do is immediately go into Pirate Ship, fill in my label. What I also like about Pirate Ship as well is if you put in their email address, then what it will do is it will actually email them and let them know that a package is coming. And you can also track it too. So if you're sending thank you mail like this, like a big thing like this, again, I usually do these after someone orders because it's bigger, right? This is a bigger happy mail. And so that's why I'm spending like the $2 to $3 to send it out. It's worth it to me because they placed an order from me. Then I send this out. Again, if I'm just sending out to somebody who's asked for information or a sample or whatever, I usually use those smaller bags or just the clear mailers. And that's very much pared down, right? They'll get a product list, they'll probably get a felt sample or just a flyer, and my business card and probably some pixie sticks because candy goes in everything, and then some confetti and then the stickers on the outside. That'll go out too. And those are really great to send too because usually I can get away with just using one stamp. I like that. I like being able to just use the one stamp. So they've got some samples in here. Again, if I have felt samples, I could do those. I just haven't made those up yet. And that's what's going out, and I use Pirate Ship. So it's ready to go. If you don't want to go through all of that, then hello. Go much, much easier, okay? Much easier. You can go to the Scentsy Success store. You'll find lots of different postcards that they offer. Otherwise, you can go on Vistaprint, create your own. You can go on Canva, create your own, right? Make it very personalized. But these come directly from the Scentsy Success store, and it just says thanks. Tiny word, big sentiment. Etsy, yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love going to Etsy too. You can find really cute stuff there. And then on the back, it's a postcard. So all you do is just write your, thank you so much for your order. It means so much to me. Maybe stick some of those fun stickers all over it, whatever you need to do. And then the great thing with postcards is that it only takes a postcard stamp, which is cheaper than just a first class stamp here in the US. So you can do that and just dress it up, right? Or you could do that, put it in a mailer in the actual clear mailer, the packet chic clear mailer thingies, or find clear mailers wherever, right? And if I want to put confetti in with it, look, I can stick that in there. I can add my fun confetti. These are actually resealable, so I can just pull that tab, seal it over, use some washi tape, do whatever you want, and then boom, one stamp out the door. And it looks really fun and cute, and it's still shakeable, and all that. So if you want to do it a little bit easier on your budget, a little bit easier on you, and those are really quick to make, right? You don't have to hardly do anything with that, and get those out the door. The whole point is, again, making them feel welcomed, making you stand out a little bit more, and again, looking for ways that you can really mix this up. Now, another thing that I will say with doing Happy Mail is, again, make sure that you are at least keeping track of what you're sending people, because you don't want them to get the same exact package every single time, because then it starts to not look personal. So we don't want that. Very quickly, let me go back. I know Jan had a question I was going to answer. And, okay, Jan had a quick question on pre-orders. How do we put in the payment? So on pre-orders, that's a great question. Honestly, it really depends on what you're most comfortable with. I'll have to get that. Sorry, message. Whatever method you're most comfortable with. I when I do a pre-order, sometimes I'll use a Google form, like for the Harvest collection. I'm doing pre-orders for that, so I've created a Google form that they fill out. They tell me what they want, and then they tell me also what payment method they want to use. So I use my electronic resources, right? So PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App are the three that I normally use. Square is another one, so if you use Square for your business, you could use that as well. But that's just a way for me to electronically send them and request the money, so that way I have that when it's time to actually order. Does that make sense? So, for example, the Harvest brochures, payment is due for my customers on the 29th, because all of those products come out on the 1st, right? If they want to pay me sooner, they can. But the 29th, they have until then to actually submit their payment. And I send them a request. I include any tax and shipping, if applicable, and add that along with it, request the money, and then they pay the request. And so then it comes back and I get an alert that, oh, Jacqui, you've got a PayPal payment, right? Or whatever it is. And then I use that. So I try not to send it out too early though, because I don't like to get people's money like too far ahead of time and hold on to it. That's not what I'm in business for. Oh, thank you so much, Holly. That's so sweet. So yeah, I don't like to hold on to people's money. I really don't. I don't like it. It gives me an icky feeling. I don't like it. So I try not to get their payment too early, but then I put in the order. Yes, you figure the tax and shipping and request the payment. So shipping, if it's going to ship directly to them, so when it's going to them, a really great way to do this, especially if it's a pre-order, like if you're doing a pre-order right now for the stuff in the Harvest catalog that isn't yet out, right? Here's my short and foolproof. I just totally lost my YouTube phone. I swear I need to get a new holder for this thing. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Actually surprised it still was recording. So I will go into my website, and let's say they're ordering the new hand soap 3-pack, right? It's $25. So I will actually go into my workstation. I will create an order that has $25, and then, put in my customer info, and then go all the way to the checkout page, and it will then break down, okay, here's your total, and then here's the tax for going, because tax is based on where it's shipped, okay? Not based on whatever your tax is. It's just based on wherever the order is shipping to. And then it will also calculate the shipping. So then I've already got an accurate total of what it will cost. And then I usually take a little screenshot. And if I'm sending them like an email or talking back and forth in a PM or a private message, direct message, whatever on Instagram, I'll even screenshot that little thing and say, here's a picture. So, here's your tax, here's your shipping. This is why it's this much. Yep, that's live when the camera falls. And then I can get an accurate total, and like I said, then send that. So I make sure that I've got my money. But of course, whatever's easier for you. I do have a couple customers who don't like any of those options, and so what they do is they actually say, hey, just when you're ready to take my payment, right? So for me, I'm taking payments for all of my pre-orders on the 29th. Everything has to be paid, because if they don't pay me, I don't order for them. Don't get into that bad habit. I did that at the beginning of my Scentsy business, and I was like, oh yeah, no problem. They're like, yeah, I'll pay you on this day, no problem. And then that day would roll around and be like, hey, okay, are you gonna send me your payment or whatever? And to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I can't do it right now. Oh crap. Then all of a sudden I was like out of $60. What the heck, man? So don't do that. Don't get into that habit. Because again, we're not in that kind of business. Okay. So plain and simple, they have to pay me in order for me to place the order for them. And I want to make sure that they do it. Brianna, can you see? Yes. What did I miss? Oh, do I charge for app and mail? No. No, I do not. Do not. Happy Mail is free. It is free. Happiness is free. Great, Jan. So that helped you out. Good, 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 good. All right, guys. Well, I've definitely run over time. I have got to go make Justin's lunch so he can get off to work, and then I've got stuff to do. Madison has her vocal class online at 4, and then at 7, I'm going to my Superstar Directors. So, all right. I love you guys. No worries, Brianna. I hope this helped you. I hope this inspired you, gave you some ideas of kind of where to go, how to tweak it to where it's more you. Different things that you can add in. Like I said, sky's the limit. You know, hit up your local Dollar Trees, go to the toy section, go to like those bulk stores where you can just find random little, you know, things like this, even different kinds of confetti, whatever. Look on Amazon, all these different fun places, and Etsy. Etsy's an amazing place. And you can find some really fun things. And like I said, I always look for things that are more flat or light, so I can definitely get it out the best for my budget. So you do a lot of Happy Mail. That's fantastic. That definitely helps you stand out from the crowd, so that's amazing. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. So have a great rest of your week, and I will talk